Ever wonder why your blood sugar keeps spiking even though you're eating healthy? You're swapping chips for fruit, ditching desserts, drinking more water, and yet, your energy crashes, cravings come back with a vengeance, and the scale won't budge. Sounds familiar? Yeah, you're not alone. Most people have no idea that some of the healthiest looking fruits out there are actually sugar bombs in disguise. Here's the wild part. Some of the fruits that seem like the poster children for Nutrico, beta-sodavell, and Baymestar can quietly derail your entire routine. We're talking about stuff that's marketed as natural, wholesome, and even fat-burning. But when it comes to emagrecimiento saudável, prevención de doenças, and stabilizing your blood sugar, these 5 fruits might be working against you, not for you. And let's be real, nobody teaches this stuff. Not your doctor. Not your gym coach. And definitely not those generic wellness influencers. But once you get this insight, you'll unlock the key to boosting your immunidade, balancing your SOD emotional, and building an estilo de vida activo that actually feels sustainable. This is about mastering autocuidado, not fear. It's about strategy, not restriction. By the end of this, you'll understand exactly which fruits are sabotaging your goals and, more importantly, how to outsmart them while still loving what you eat. So, ready to see which healthy snacks could be holding you back from the balanced, vibrant life you've been working for? Bananas are often seen as the poster child for a healthy snack, right? Quick to grab, super portable, and yeah, they give you that instant boost of energy. But here's the catch, ripe bananas are loaded with natural sugars, especially fructose. When you eat one on an empty stomach or pair it with no protein or fat, it spikes your blood sugar like a roller coaster. This isn't just about energy, unstable blood sugar messes with your mood, your focus, and even your sleep quality. Let's say you're heading to the gym or running errands and you grab a banana because it's healthy. 30 minutes later, you feel a crash. That's your body reacting to the quick sugar hit. This messes with your health goals, whether it's emagrecimiento saudável or boosting your immunidade. The spike and crash cycle also impacts your SOD. Mental irritability, brain fog, and even mild anxiety can creep in. Bananas aren't the enemy, but they need strategy. One way to make bananas work for you instead of against you? Pair them with nut butter, Greek yogurt, or a boiled egg. That slows the sugar absorption and keeps your energy steady. It supports a more equilibrado vida saudável and keeps your estilo de vida activo on track. If your goal is reducción de estrés or improving calidad de vida, keeping those sugar spikes under control is essential. It's not about cutting out fruit, it's about eating smart. The truth is, people often confuse natural with safe. But natural sugars, especially when concentrated, can still hijack your blood sugar levels. Long term, that adds up to weight gain, mood swings, and increased risk of insulin resistance. And you'd be surprised how many folks think they're making the right choice but are unknowingly sabotaging their SOD cardiovascular. And speaking of sneaky surprises, wait till you hear what grapes are doing behind your back. At first glance, grapes seem pretty harmless, tiny, juicy, easy to pop like candy. And that's exactly the problem. Because they're so small, it's way too easy to eat a whole bunch without even realizing you've just consumed a sugar bomb. A single cup of grapes can have over 23 grams of natural sugar. That's almost as much as a candy bar. For anyone trying to maintain emagrecimiento saudável, prevención de doenças, or balance their immunidade, this can quietly throw everything off. Now think about it. How often do you sit down and measure out a serving of grapes? Most people snack straight from the bag while watching TV or scrolling on their phone. And boom, without even noticing, you've eaten double or triple the ideal portion. This wreaks havoc on your blood sugar, which then crashes, dragging your energia, mood, and focus down with it. For folks aiming to improve their SOD mental and calidad de vida, that's a red flag. The fix? Don't cut grapes out, just be intentional. Pair them with something like a small handful of almonds or low-fat cheese to help balance your Nutrico and avoid sugar overload. And if you really want to level up your autocuidado and vida saudável, pre-portion your grapes ahead of time into small containers. That way, you're practicing mindfulness and setting yourself up for real success without needing willpower every time. See, the key is understanding how even healthy foods can trip us up if we're not paying attention. Grapes are packed with antioxidants, sure, but they're also a fast track to sugar spikes if eaten mindlessly. Want to know which tropical favorite is even trickier and messes with your blood sugar in ways you'd never expect? Just wait till we talk about mangoes. Mangoes feel like a vacation in your mouth, sweet, juicy, exotic. But here's the catch, they're also loaded with sugar and rank high on the glycemic index. That means even though they're packed with vitamins like A and C, they can cause a serious spike in blood glucose. For anyone managing their SOD cardiovascular, Immunidade, or trying to reach emagrecimiento saudável, that blood sugar roller coaster is a major issue. Just one mango can hit you with over 45 grams of natural sugar. Yikes! What makes mangoes even trickier is their health halo. People think, it's fruit, it must be healthy, and dive in, especially in smoothies or tropical bowls. But when you blend mangoes with other high-sugar fruits and top it with granola and honey, you're basically creating a dessert disguised as wellness. This totally contradicts your efforts toward alimentaco balanceada and sustainable estilo de vida activo. So yeah, mangoes can either be a blessing or a backstabber, it depends on how you use them. Here's what you can do instead, slice up a smaller portion, half a mango, max, and combine it with protein like Greek yogurt or chia pudding. This slows down the absorption of sugar and helps keep your equilibrio hormonal and cravings in check. Bonus, it's still delicious and supports your journey toward qualidad de vida and SOD emotional. See? It's not about eliminating mangoes, it's about outsmarting them. People often get frustrated when they feel like they're doing everything right and still not seeing results. A big part of that frustration comes from not knowing the hidden sugar traps in their everyday diet. But mangoes aren't the only sweet culprit causing chaos under the radar. Wait until you see what pineapples are secretly doing to your blood sugar. Pineapples are the kind of fruit that makes you think you're doing your body a favor, loaded with vitamin C, bromelain for digestion, and a tropical taste that feels like sunshine. But don't let the beach vibes fool you. Pineapples pack a serious sugar punch, and if you're not paying attention, they'll throw your blood sugar into a tailspin. For anyone focused on Prevencio de Doenças, Nutrico, and SOD Mental, that sugar spike can mess with your energy, mood, and long-term bienestar. The real problem? Most folks eat way too much of it. You grab a fruit cup, throw pineapple in your smoothie, maybe even snack on dried chunks, and suddenly you've consumed more sugar than a slice of cake. And unlike whole grains or healthy fats, pineapple doesn't slow digest, it hits fast. That rapid glucose hit leads to crashes, which means more cravings, more irritability, and a harder time sticking to your autocuidado routine. It's a sweet cycle, in the worst way. Here's a better move, mix a small amount of pineapple, think half a cup, with fiber-rich foods like flaxseed or unsweetened coconut. Or better yet, use it as a topping on a protein-packed meal like grilled chicken with a light pineapple salsa. That way, you still enjoy the taste without wrecking your equilibrio or blowing your goals around SOD cardiovascular and emagrecimiento saudável. It's not about punishment, it's about strategy. And remember, if your goal is to boost qualidad de vida, manage stress, and build a sustainable estilo de vida activo, your choices have to align with that. That means being just as intentional with your fruits as you are with your workouts and mindfulness. But pineapples aren't the only healthy snack hiding a sugar bomb. Next up, wait until you see what these tiny red fruits are really doing to your blood sugar. Cherries look innocent, right? Cute, bite-sized, antioxidant-packed, basically the poster child for a healthy snack. But here's the real deal. Despite their benefits for SOD cardiovascular and SOD emotional, cherries are sugar-dense. Just one cup can sneak in over 18 grams of sugar, and that hits fast. For anyone aiming for Prevencio de Doenças, emagrecimiento saudável, or managing insulin sensitivity, that's like stepping on a dietary landmine with a smile. Let's talk real life. How many people actually stop at a handful? You start watching Netflix, pop one cherry after another, and before you know it, the bowl's empty and your Niveasta Cucar are dancing the cha-cha. That sudden sugar spike can mess with your qualidad de vida, increase cravings, and throw off your sleep cycle. Yep, even your Mejora do Sono gets hit. It's the classic natural but not neutral situation. So how do you stay ahead? Use cherries as a garnish, not a go-to snack. Drop a few into plain Greek yogurt with chia seeds and a dash of cinnamon to slow the absorption. Want another tip? Freeze a few cherries and blend them into a smoothie with spinach, avocado, and unsweetened almond milk. You still get that flavor hit, but with way more fiber, fat, and balance to support your immunidade and alimentaco balanceada. See? Strategy over restriction, always. And look, no one's saying you need to ditch all fruit to live a healthy life. That's not what wellness is about. It's about learning how to eat smart, move with purpose, and align your habits with the life you actually want. And speaking of smart habits, now that we've uncovered the truth behind these sneaky sweet fruits, it's time to bring it all together. So, now you know the truth about those innocent fruits most people never question. Bananas, grapes, mangoes, pineapples, and cherries can all throw your blood sugar way off track if you're not careful. But here's the good news, awareness is power. And now that you've got the inside scoop, you can finally start making smarter choices that align with real bem-estar, long-term prevenção de doenças, and a truly vida saudável that lasts. Think about it. How much longer are you willing to let tiny habits steal your energy, your focus, and your health? What would change if you had full control over your Nutrico, your immunidade, and even your mood swings? You're not just learning about fruit today. You're learning how to master your qualidade de vida, one decision at a time. Let this be your turning point. Your next trip to the grocery store? It'll feel different. You'll walk in with confidence, not confusion. Because you now know how to spot the sugar traps, how to fuel your body with intention, and how to stay on track for emagrecimento saudável, saúde cardiovascular, better sono, and a life that's in true equilibrio. Hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications so you never miss the kind of tips that could transform your health for good. Se inscriba agora para neo perder dicas que podem transformar sua saúde para sempre. Let's keep building a life of autocuidado, energy, and purpose, one smart habit at a time.